Good morning. I'm Pastor Sue Koesterman, and I serve as Chief Executive Officer at Churches United in Moorhead, and I'm here this morning to share a couple of things. The first is to share a heartfelt thank you from Churches United to the faith community of Lutheran Church of the Good Shepherd. You have been such faithful supporters of Churches United throughout its history, and we are deeply grateful. Together with many other faith communities, you help us to provide safe shelter, stable housing, nutritious food, and a path to healing. And so, on behalf of our 73 team members that work for Churches United and myself and those we walk alongside, thank you so much for your support. Secondly, I want to share a couple of updates. We have some really exciting things on the horizon at Churches United, and you may or may not have heard about them. The first is to share that we received a substantial grant from the Department of Human Services in the state of Minnesota to remodel our Micah's Mission location. That's the primary shelter and community center on First Avenue North, the one that many people just simply know as Churches United for the Homeless. In the Wayback Machine, it used to be Plunkett's Furniture. Some of you will remember that. We've been in the building since 2004. The building needs a lot of help, and so we had the opportunity late last year to apply for a grant that will allow us to renovate and remodel the Micah's Mission facility. Among many things that will be done is the building will be re-roofed. We used to have skylights. They're not there anymore, but every time it rains real hard, the roof leaks, so we're excited about that. We have a new HVAC system coming in. Our current system really isn't large enough to do what's needed to do in the whole building. We're adding a boiler downstairs so that we will be able to do shelter and some team offices in the basement, which currently can just be used for storage. All of the windows and doors in the building will be replaced. All of the light fixtures will be updated to LED. And this makes me very happy. There will be outlets added to every room. I currently have 2 outlets in my office, and that means that when the fire inspector comes, I have to scurry under my desk and unplug the surge protector. Shh, don't tell him. Another update is that late this year, we believe we are still on track to break ground for the Silver Linings Apartments, which will provide 36 units of permanent supportive housing for seniors 55 and older. That's the fastest growing segment of our homeless population in the community and nationwide. So we are very excited about that. And Good Shepherd was one of the congregations that made a substantial gift towards Churches United's portion of allowing that project to move forward. And so thank you so much, and look for more updates on when the groundbreaking will be. We don't have a date yet, but we're getting close. And then finally, I want to share with you the need and the importance of continuing to support Churches United. We are experiencing more demand for shelter than we ever have before. On any given night in our community, there are at least 1,300 people who are experiencing homelessness, and there are less than 500 shelter beds in the community. We see a particularly great deal of pressure for family shelter. We have 8 family rooms at Micah's Mission. We have at least 14 families on any given night staying in the building. We have had as many as 21 on some nights. That means that those extra families are sleeping in the worship center or in family lounges or in the community center. One of the things that will happen with the remodel is we'll add more family rooms downstairs. But in the meantime, we continue to strive to do our best to meet the need, working together with other community partners to get folks from shelter into stable housing as quickly as possible, and to get people in from unsheltered homelessness into shelter. And we're grateful to you all for the support to do that. I usually don't have the time to talk about a really important part of our ministry, but I'm going to take a minute to do it now because I know that it's an area of our ministry that is near and dear to your hearts. and that is the food pantry ministry. When Churches United merged with the Dorothy Day House and the Dorothy Day Food Pantries in January of 2019, the Dorothy Day Food Pantries came under our umbrella. The one in Moorhead on Main Avenue, as well as the one in West Fargo, which is now in a newer, bigger building. In March, April, May, and June, we saw a 100% year-over-year increase in the demand for food pantry boxes. We have seen each of those months at least a 15 to 20% increase in people who come for a food box and say it is the first time ever that they have access to food box or the first time in 5 or more years. We know that this is a reflection of the economic pressures that are on so many households. We are grateful to Ruby's Pantry because after Ruby's Pantry has completed for the night, anything that's left over comes to our Dorothy Day Pantry in Moorhead, where it can then be distributed to more of your neighbors. At Churches United, we are here for every neighbor. We are here for our neighbors in the community who need a little help, and we are here for neighbors in the community who want to provide a little help. Please keep us in your thoughts and in your prayers, and remember that your financial contributions mean the world to us. And then there are a few things we always need. Forks, we always need forks. Forks go missing all the time. Diapers, wipes, towels, pillows, especially towels. So thank you for your support.